So sorry for the technical glitch. Uh, Good day, Canada again. Good afternoon, Asia. Thursday, a little bit over 12 p.m. already in Toronto, but still we're going on with a regular webinar on immigration to Canada. As usual, my name is Alex Davidson. Today we are talking about provincial immigration to Saskatchewan. First of all, thank you to Mr. MD Unrule. Again, I hope I pronounced his name right. That's the gentleman who has sent me an email asking to dedicate this webinar specifically to the Saskatchewan. Always repeat that we work for you guys, and it's one of the greatest examples how we may respond to your inquiries. Please feel free if you have questions, concerns, or you got ideas for the next webinar and you want us to cover any specific topic, we would be absolutely willing to do that. Just drop me a quick note and be absolutely sure that we'll do that in the next or maybe the next webinar. Now, agenda for today. Just a couple of brief words about us and we would go straight to the business. An introduction, and I'll talk about the province of Saskatchewan itself, what you and your family may expect if you decide to immigrate there. Next, we'll touch the base of express entry processing system and why using provincial nominations is a good idea for your express entry profile. Following, we'll talk on who could apply for Saskatchewan, and hopefully you will see your occupation in there. Then a quick action plan on how to apply for the program, and we'll wrap up and check the next steps for those who want to do that right away, right now, and apply for immigration using Saskatchewan nomination immigration program. So now let's begin. Before we start, I want to stress up one point. Immigration in Canada by itself, it is much more than just Saskatchewan. You can see on this slide, right? If you listen to our weekly webinars, you may see that there are many immigration streams open for all applicants. It's Manitoba, it's Ontario, it's federal programs, it's immigration for self-employed people. By the way, immigration for require you to take any language test at all. Absolutely seriously, you can pass without IELTS. It's also an immigration program of Nova Scotia and others and others and others. So if, for example, you do not find your occupation for Saskatchewan program or suitable for Saskatchewan program, there's always another program, another immigration stream awaiting for you. Please come to us, share, please talk to us directly. It is our job to work with the applicants and to help you to achieve your goal and eventually arrive to Canada. Let's begin. Again, I don't really like to spend much time talking about us. For those who don't know us yet, we are the licensed and certified immigration team. All of our experts are certified by Canadian immigration authorities, and we work with visas and immigration to our country for many years already. 3 offices here in Toronto, in the city of Markham in Ontario, and in New York City in the United States. But before we process to another slide, maybe I would repeat that information, but still, we are very careful in selection of partners and associates who work with us. Before we name any company as our trusted partner, we'll make sure that they are educated and they are experienced enough to assist you and have enough expertise to help us in our mission of elimination fraud and illegal consultants. Our only partner in Asia so far is Visa Center in Bangladesh. I hope that sooner or later we'll find some trusted company in India, maybe in Pakistan, but right now we work only with Visa Center. And if someone claims that they use our name, that they work with us, please come and check first. So, Saskatchewan, that's Canadian prairies. The province is located right between Manitoba and Alberta. And officially, Saskatchewan has more sunny days and receives more sunny days than any province in Canada. Saskatchewan's booming economy is based and stands on a solid foundation of traditional agriculture, on energy, on financial sector, on business services, and on communications. The province has a diversified economy, which technically means that no matter of any financial crisis, Saskatchewan will survive and will grow and will prosper. If you look at the economy of Saskatchewan over the last, say, decade, it's been steadily growing no matter what. That's a good example. Compare it to any other country or any other province or any other place. Minimum wage in Saskatchewan is $10.25 per hour, and that's of course an absolute minimum. In reality, people receive much, much more, but at least with this number, you know what could be the worst scenario. Speaking about economy, look at the unemployment rates I put here on the slide. Saskatchewan's 4% of unemployment is much lower than even any developing country, such as Bangladesh or India. Combine this factor with the low housing and living costs, salaries, which are pretty much on par with the rest of Canada, and you would understand why people are going to Saskatchewan and why it's your future here in this province. Besides, Saskatchewan has one of the biggest Bangladesh and Indian communities in Canada. On this slide, you may see the link to Bangladesh community website and may check their services and look for their help, in fact, after you arrive to Canada. In a nutshell, we have a province with diversified economy, with low unemployment rate, with multiple jobs, low cost of living, strong support in communities, and open doors for immigrants. Now let's see how to get there. First of all, we'll talk about the foundation of the immigration to Saskatchewan. That's express entry. And I know what you think. Express entry, again, we know everything about it already. In fact, what we find out experienced, lots of people do not understand at all what express entry is. Imagine a huge melting pot where multiple applications go. Provincial programs, federal programs, student, Canadian experience class programs, all of them go to this processing system. So when someone says that he or she applied for express entry, it's completely incorrect. You may apply for a program which is processed in express entry system. And just for your understanding, express entry is a very positive step forward in immigration for a few particular reasons, of course. Applications are processed much, much faster than before. No matter how you get there, you may see how your case is assessed based on universal criteria. Doesn't really matter of what is your gender, skin color, race. All of the applications are processed non-biased with only a few major criteria: age, education, work experience from Canada and from abroad, and of course provincial nomination. Most importantly, immigration numbers in the year 2015 are not less than in 2014. No, it is, those numbers are the same, but more transparent and more friendly for you. It's not a vague evading time when you're trying to understand desperately what's going on with your case. Now all information of your score and processing is open and disclosed to mass public. So, how would someone increase chances and secure your immigration? Well, the answer is very easy: by getting a nomination from Canadian province. For God's sake, guys, stop listening stories about someone who knows someone who will sell you a work position in Canada or will help an employment for money. It is a clear lie, it is fraud, and in fact, it's a crime. In the best scenario, you would just lose your money. In the worst, you might find yourself being inadmissible to Canada. So why risking your application and hard-earned funds if there is an easy and open way for everyone. Immigration with provincial nomination. This nomination simply means that a province would consider sponsoring you to come and live in Canada. This is the easiest and simplest way to have immigration almost guaranteed by getting 600 points to your express entry system. Provinces such as Saskatchewan they nominate candidates because they need people who will contribute to economy development, to development of the society culturally, who will help Canada to move forward. This is why there is a list of occupations in demand whom Saskatchewan will consider for applying and nominating. Let's now see who are welcomed. As we said, there are quite a few provincial immigration programs available in Canada. So what's so special about Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program that makes it different? The answer is simple. Huge list of eligible or rather high demand occupation. Saskatchewan is one of the underpopulated provinces in Canada we mentioned in our previous webinars. It means that its labor market has shortage in certain occupations merely due to the fact that not many people live in Saskatchewan right now. While its industry is booming, farming, service sector is booming and starving to grow together with Canadian economy. Therefore, Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program has a list of in-demand occupations in which workforce shortage is especially acute. So, what are the occupations that are in demand in Saskatchewan? There are several dozens occupations on the list of high demand ones. The areas of expertise include management, business and finance, natural applied social science, sales and service, and transportations and trades and primary industry and manufacturing and many, many more. As you may see, the list is very diversified, meaning that lots and lots of candidates can find their occupations in it. Let me just give you a few specific examples now. Natural and applied science. In this category, occupations include civil, electrical, and mechanical engineers. I know that lots and lots of mechanical engineers are coming to us from Asia, from Bangladesh. That's the excellent way for you to immigrate. IT analysts and software engineers, programmers, chemical and biological technologists and technicians, agricultural and fish products inspectors, electrical and electronics technologists and technicians. Most of the occupations in this category do not require any licensing, which means that there are no extra difficulties in job hunting after immigration to Canada. Social science. These occupations speaks for themselves, right? Those are specialists with expertise in business development, in marketing, and those are welcome to apply under the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. Trades. And this is the largest group of in-demand occupation under the program. I want you to understand carefully one point. Trades are not in demand, or at least are not in the list of immigration categories or immigration programs of other provinces. Saskatchewan is technically, it's probably the only one, opening doors widely to this number of trades occupations. Almost every trade could be found from carpenters and painters to electricians and telecommunication installers. And it's very well understandable. Rapidly developing economies of the province require new facilities such as commercial buildings, warehouses, plants, transportation links, communications, and so on. Regardless of the type of industry or service, any construction creates jobs for numerous trades listed in this group of occupations. Here are another examples of trades on the list. Automotive service. Sorry, it's still on here. Technicians, vehicle body repairers, machine fitters, equipment operators, and mechanics. Almost all of those trades related to equipment and machinery are also welcome to apply, and very few of them require any apprenticeship and/or licensing in Saskatchewan, which again makes it easier to talk to employers upon arrival. Primary industry includes occupations directly related to farming, extraction of natural resources, and food sector. Farm supervisors, specialized livestock workers, specialists in food and beverage processing, as well as workers employed in oil and gas industry are on the list as well. Now, what should you do to successfully apply for this program? Well, first of all, make sure that your occupation fits into the in-demand occupation list. The easiest way to do that is to compare your job duties to the National Occupation List of Canada, shortly called NOC. Do it in the beginning to avoid questions and refusal on wrong NOC grounds. Next, we prepare and apply for express entry. So you prepare your express entry profile with the same requirements as before. At least 1 year of skilled experience, 1 year of postgraduate study, age, and language. Then an applicant has to let Saskatchewan know that he or she is interested. Right, so the province knows that you want to come and they may select you. Based on the profile quality and provincial requirements, you are selected by immigration authorities of Saskatchewan. Next, a certificate of nomination is issued, which then gives you additional 600 points and direct way towards permanent residency in Canada. So this way, you're technically doubling your chances. You have a chance being selected from federal authorities in the scope of the federal skilled worker program. And on the other side, based on your profile, you could be selected by Saskatchewan too. Let's see a sample applicant's grid so you may count scores yourself. For example, his or her age is between 22 to 34 years old. For that, you get 12 points. Education, bachelor's degree would give you additional 20. Language benchmark of CLB 7 is 18 points, and work experience of 8 years, again, it's for example, right, would give you another 13 points. So in total, you easily get 63 points out of the needed 60. And remember, we were not looking or exaggerating at master's degree specialists with IELTS 7 or 8. Almost anyone could apply and pass under these requirements without any problems. So all you would have to have is skilled occupation, which fits in the list. The list is huge, 50 occupations, very diversified, from IT engineers to painters and carpenters. Pretty much everyone is covered. Be relatively young, have some education, post-secondary of course, have language abilities, have official work experience. Easy and very straightforward. Now, next steps for those who want to immigrate. First of all, I would say talk to immigration experts. Remember on the first slides, I showed you a few immigration programs. In fact, as I said, there are many, many, many more of them, and only licensed Canadian immigration experts could assess your chances and help you to understand which ones of those programs would be suitable for you. Do not really compromise your chances or risk your application by going to so-called local agents who are not licensed and not certified. Guys, keep your money and documents away from these crooks. Canada offers multiple programs for almost any case. It's Saskatchewan, it's self-employed, which does not require IELTS, it's business immigration for managers, not necessarily for business owners. It's immigration through education of kids. It's Nova Scotia program, New Brunswick program. It's a new program of Ontario. It's the federal skilled programs. So there is a huge range of them. In total, I would say we're very close to 100 different programs. And if you're working with experts, your profile would universally be assessed against those roughly 100 programs of immigration, roughly 100 programs and immigration streams. The next step in this short checklist or action plan is in the process is documents collection and filling up forms. For many, it's the most annoying part because people don't like to resubmit and redo forms, but it has to be done with the utmost care so that your success would not be undermined by a simple mistake. Then you're applying for express entry. You're applying for Saskatchewan or for the immigration program of the to the province or to the territory which suits your case and your profile so that you would get those 600 of additional points. And then you apply for nomination, right? With the right team, this process will not be that difficult at all. This is how you can come and talk directly to us. We leave contacts and open doors for everyone or anyone looking for an advice and for professional help. If you're from Bangladesh, you may come straight to the Visa Center team in Dhaka. They are our only trusted professional partners in Asia so far. As I said, unfortunately, we don't have preferred partners in India, in Nepal, and Pakistan. I, so you may address your questions directly and work directly with us. But again, if you're from Bangladesh, feel free to come into Visa Center. They are skilled, they are seasoned professionals whom we trust and whom we enjoy working with. We also have a YouTube channel where you may find recordings of previous webinars in case you missed them or in case there was a technical today happened, but still, if you missed any video or missed any programs, you want to find ideas and guidelines how to apply for different programs, not necessarily for Saskatchewan, feel absolutely free to join, watch. It's always free of charge. I always ask for only one thing after the webinar. Please spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your family of what we are doing, and follow our weekly webinars. We always do it for free, and our goal is to help you to navigate through the immigration streams, and we really appreciate when we see many of you come in and listen. I personally and our team, we dedicate lots of efforts, lots of our time, lots of our resources to provide you these free consultations and share these free webinars. Please give us your like, you +1 on Google Plus. We would really, really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for joining me today. My apologies for the technical glitch. Next time, we will talk about employment. How to find an employer in Canada. What are the requirements, most common ways, what are the tricks, and what are the guidelines, how to do that. So stay tuned with us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. But for now, thank you all and goodbye.